Hey guys, it's me, Lisa. How's everybody doing? I'm okay. Today's March 23rd, 2026, and I'm just popping on to say, hey, how's it going? And yeah, show you some of my old makes because I haven't been doing videos in a very long time. So I think I actually did a video not too long ago where I was making this guy. I had all his body parts made. I just hadn't sewn him together yet. So he's all sewn together, and I probably made mistakes because when you do the tutorial, I believe you're supposed to have, the front legs and the back legs. Well, for a while, I had them separated. I had the front legs and I had the back legs separated. But this guy took me so long to finally sew together. Not that it took me a long time to sew it together. It just took me a long time in the means of I didn't want to sew it together, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I did. I sewed all his parts together. And I think he's cute. This is I will link it below. I followed a tutorial on YouTube for this little Wiener Dog, aka the Dachshund. I had one when I was a little baby, and he was brown, this color, and his name was Brownie. So yeah, so I just came to show off this guy. I used the PARFAIT chunky yarn, obviously not this color, in some brown color. I don't have to label anymore. Yeah, and I used eyes, like eyes that you pop in eyes. God, words, Lisa, words. So I gotta figure. Oh, his nostril needs taken care of. Whoops, he's got to cling on, and then I got to kind of trim that part up. It kind of, I don't know what happened with the yarn there. This yarn, you know how you pull it and the fluffies come off, and then you're just left with that string. So I think that's what happened there on his nostril. So I gotta trim up his nostril hairs and probably put like a red ribbon around him or something like that. Oh, which is funny because I sent pictures to my daughter and the girls. And so I sent a picture, and because during my process of making him, I was sending them pictures saying, guess what I'm making? So I send a picture of like the snout, which obviously looked like something else, if you know what I mean. And then I'd show a picture of this, and then I'd show, guess what I'm making. And then I'd show a picture of the body, and anyway, fun little game with Grandma. So, anyway, I sent a final picture of the dog, and my oldest granddaughter, hello, today's March 23rd. Today's Monday. She's going to be turning 5 years old next Monday. What? How is she 5? Oh, she's so mature. 5. Anyway, so I was sending pictures, and then Bethany says, "Oh, is that what you were sending us pictures of to show us?" Bethany is my eldest granddaughter, the almost 5-year-old. So she goes, "Is that the pictures you were sending us?" And I said, "Yes." And then she goes, "Well, it needs a crown." And so I sent this Facebook message, and then she sends that. Then my daughter is filming her, and Bethany's saying, "It needs a crown." So I went, "Hold that thought." So I quickly YouTube video Googled, whatever you call it, searched for a crown. So I found a tutorial, and I made a crown. So then, if you want the crown tutorial, I'll link that below too. Just ask me. So I took a picture of him with him or her with his crown. And then Bethany comes back and responds in a little video clip. Well, it needs fancy gloves. So I'm like, well, hold that thought. And I'm searching, and I knew I had like some fancy, ladies' gloves. The fancy ones, the white gloves that we used to wear back in the day. Anyway, I couldn't find them, and I was in a rush. So anyway, I grabbed these. So excuse me. So I put these on. The dog. I had the dog perched up on the fireplace mantle, and I put these on the dog, and then I had the crown on the dog. So I sent another picture to them, and then Bethany responds in a little video clip. Those aren't fancy. Oh no, what did I do first? No, I had these sitting on the table. I had these sitting on the table, so I put these on. I can't hold it like it was. So I put these on the dog and the crown. I sent that, and I said it's ready for its winter. It's ready for its winter ball. And then she's like, those aren't fancy. So then I found these, and I put these on it, and I said, these are as fancy as you're gonna get. And then she comes back in a little video clip. She says, well, it needs a dress. So I'm like, okay. So then I run downstairs, and I had crocheted this. Well, when I first started crocheting, I crocheted this baby dress. So then I dressed the dog up in its ball gown. So the dog was in it. So then I can't. It's better when it was perched up, but you guys get the picture. So I had the dog perched up on the fireplace for its portrait and its crown. Let's put the crown on. And then I had the gloves. Oh, you had to have been there. It was funny because it was just instant. This message came through, and then I went, gotcha. And then I was like, oh, finally, I'm like, and then she said something else, and I'm like, oh, girl, I can't. I can't. That's as good as you're going to get with me today. Anyway, oh, sorry for slamming that down. Anyway, it was funny. But yeah, so what do you think? I think I did a pretty good job for a novice amigurumi maker. Especially, using, I'm not used to this kind of yarn. I mean, I have made a couple things, but I'm not an expert. And as well as this was a darker, a darker yarn. So it was harder for me to see my stitches. Not like a black, hello. Oh, okay. So, well, actually, wait. No, I'll segue back. Because I'm segueing anyway. I'll segue into what I'm working on right now. Speaking of black yarn. Oh, my yarn is underneath there. So, do you remember in my last video, I'd shown you this guy, this little lovey that I had made. And same thing, same premier chunky yarn that I used. And I made this little frog lovey. Okay. So, and what I'm using to make this guy is I've had this book for quite a long time. So I really want to maybe make all the ones in the book. So right now I am making the flamingo. So he's pretty cute. She's pretty cute, eh? Well, I guess are flamingos, wait, flamingo boys and girls, are they the same color? Or are they different? Like, is a flamingo pink. You know how like cardinals, like usually the male in the bird species, the males are more vibrant colored. What's a flamingo? Is a flamingo like the male really pink and then the female a lighter? Almost like a salmon color. Is that another bird I'm thinking? I don't know. You tell me, guys. I don't know. I just thought of that now. Yeah. Anyway. So I'll link this book below. I think I bought it from Amazon. Or was I gifted this? No, usually whenever I'm gifted a book, I'll write who gifted me this. Anyway, so that is what I'm working on now. So I have the head done. Well, actually, I started with, I made the blanket part of it, right? And then now this morning I did the head. And then I did the arms, the 2 arms for it. Let me see, in the photo book I can show you better. So you see how there's, well, actually, there's a better picture of it way down here. See there? Oh, is it blurry? Okay, so made the blanket, made the head, just finished the arms. You're supposed to stuff the black part here. I didn't. I forgot. You're supposed to stuff it as you go. I'm using black yarn, and black yarn, regardless of the yarn, is always difficult for me. But especially with this here yarn, because it's so fluffy to begin with. I mean, excuse me. Oh, pardon me. So sorry. Yeah, so I find because it's plushy, I don't work well with thicker yarn, especially with the plushy, because it's hard to tell when you have to do it, especially when you have to do increases. You have to find that, or well, decreases. That's just finding the stitch in general. So for the black, I'm glad that it was just a minimal amount, but I still had to do like 5 single crochets in the magic circle, which, guys, I still don't get the magic circle. I do it magically every once in a while, and I've watched tutorials out my a-hole on them, and I found a few that I click with, but a lot of problems for me is when you do the magic circle, it's pulling the yarn closed. Mine doesn't ever seem to want to close. So, and I was like, okay, well, this stuff is a pain in the butt to begin with. And when you really have to, pull to close, this, how this stuff comes off and you're left with that little spindly thread. So I'm like, no. So now I'm, at least for these amigurumi things, I just do the chain 2. I do chain 2, and then I work my, my amount of however many single crochets to start off with. I do that in the second chain from the hook, and then it seems to work for me. Well, it does work for me. Anyway, I didn't stuff these like I was supposed to, but because it's that nice fuzzy yarn anyway, I mean, it gives a bit of a, and basically it's like a double, because it's just a circle like this. That's plushy enough. So now I've got to work on the beak, and the beak, though, is another story that I kept forgetting to stuff as I went, and that this one is important to do because it needs the beak, right? And it needs to be stuffed. And why can't I can't get these pages to turn. Okay. So let me show you here. So see, there's The beak is where I'm at now. And yes, I do need to be stuffing it as I go. So I've done it twice now already, and I'm like, Lisa, you idiot, you forgot to stuff as you went. And there's not too many stitches, there's not too many stitches. I think the most is yeah, like five stitches. So that's a pretty tight hole to get. It doesn't go much bigger than 5 stitches around, does it? Am I? Oh, 10 stitches. It goes to from 5 to 10. But still, with this thick yarn, there's not much of an opening to cram stuff into. Cram the stuffing into. And I tried. I was like, the first time I was like, okay, well, I'll just take the stuffing and, you know, use the back of a pen and cram it in. Well, it was still too tight, and it just wasn't working out, because I'd have a little bit of the stuffing on, and I'd take the stuffing, and then, but the hole's too small for me anyway, and my eyeballs. Speaking of which, I started making a video, and the phone rang, and made an appointment to get my eyes checked. I haven't had my new glasses in I don't know how many years, and I really noticed that I really need them, so I'm assuming that my vision's going even further. Going downhill. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on today. After I finish this video, I will do my 3rd attempt on making the beak part. But these are quick and fun and pretty much easy to make, guys. Little lubbies there. There's a whole... I don't have all the colors yet. Like here's... I think I showed this on my last video. There's a whole bunch of them more in this book. Pretty easy, pretty basic. And speaking of which, this guy has been, speaking of this pink yarn, this guy I made a very, very, very long time ago. Like we're talking, geez. Did I make him in the summer? Or maybe, well, I think actually it was after I came back from visiting my son and daughter-in-law in Alberta. I think that's when I made him. So that would have been in October. But this is a free crochet pattern that I got. And I don't know where from. I don't know if it was Etsy, or I don't know if it was like a lot of the yarn places that you buy yarn from, they have free patterns like Love Crafts and, you know, places that you buy yarn from. Yarn Inspirations, blah, 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 blah. I don't know where I got this from, but it was free. Anyway, this obviously is Piglet, and they have Piglet and what's Piglet's friend's name? Comment in the chat if you know it. Piglet and Pooh! Winnie the Pooh! Oh, the main character, Lisa. How could you... No. Is this Winnie the Pooh, Piglet? Wait. Am I confusing my nursery rhyme stories? Yeah. Is it, guys? Oh my God. It's a good thing my grandchildren live far, far away so that they don't rely on Grandma for teaching them all the good old classics. Anyway, made Piglet. Didn't do so bad. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, bad stuff going on here. You know, there's a malfunction there. There's a malfunction here. I guess I didn't. Got a bit of a yarn handling situation happening there. The nose, I could have done better. Then I gotta pull off some of that white stuff out. It's got white crusties in its eye. No, it's the stuffing or something coming out. I think I did pretty good on the eyes. Whenever I make amigurumis or something with eyes, oh, the thing looks demented. Demon child. Yeah, but anyway, I did pretty good for this guy. I think this was maybe, was this the first time? No, I've still got to show you 2 things I made a long, super long time ago. Guys, I got to get up on the ball and making videos and showing. See, when I first started making my channel, it was all about, Dear Diary, this is what I made. I'm so excited to show you because I'm so proud of myself. I haven't done that. And now I just get crocheting and I'm like, oh, I'll make a video tomorrow. Oh, I'll do a video on it tomorrow. And then I get crocheting. I get so excited and I make something else. And then I just forget. And then I'm like, what did I make? Anyway, I'll talk about this. I made this. I'll talk about that. I'll do another video. How's that? Because like I said, am I punching the table and I'm shaking the camera all the time? Sorry, hope you guys are okay from all that jittering around. Speaking of which, I probably might be going to visit my daughter, son-in-law, and my 2 grandbabies in a few months. And my mommy might be coming too. I think she is. We just got to work out the details as to when. Yeah. Why was I telling you that? I don't know. Oh, speaking of bumping around, yeah. Because I don't know. Do you remember when I went to... I'm bumping you again. So sorry. Remember when I went to visit my son? We got in the accident when he was taking me back to the airport. The transport truck that whacked off my head a few times. Yeah, so my neck is still, it's gonna be for life. I know what I'm messed up for life. But I'm like, I don't know if I can handle a 7-hour plane ride to visit. And then 2 hours car ride to their house from the airport. I don't know, but I have to, because I have to go there. I miss them so much. Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Let me know if you want to link anything in the description box of where I found these. This guy, I'm gonna have to. Well, it says tag me at Direct Source Yarn, but maybe it was Etsy. Oh, maybe it was an Etsy free pattern, but it's free. And is it Winnie the yellow one? Is it Winnie the Pooh? Guys, let me know. Is it Winnie the Pooh? I know I have it because I think I printed it out, but I don't have any yellow this yarn. This here stuff yarn. Anyway, I'll let you go. I'll try to get back to making videos more frequently. Don't hold your breath. I'm terrible at promising things, so I won't promise. How's your weather there, guys? How's your weather? Yeah, it's typical spring in Ontario, Canada. It's, was it 2 weeks ago? Felt like spring. We got up one day to 15 degrees, and then at nighttime it crashed down to minus whatever and freezing rain and snow. And then the next day it was, 3 degrees. And then, yeah. So your typical spring weather. Anyway, take care. Love you all. Bye.